really disappointing game with the outcome. Have the #1 team in the country on the ropes. Have a chance to, beat them at home here, and we don't get it done.
Good evening, everyone. I'm William Galloway. You just heard from a disappointed Lane Kiffin, but his offense gave Nick Saban and Alabama a fit last night in Oxford. The Crimson Tide came out on top 63-48 to improve to 3-0 on the year, but it took every ounce of effort from Alabama. Najee Harris led the charge, having a career day with 5 touchdowns and 206 yards on the ground. His 39-yard score sealed the deal with a minute to play. He was named the Walter Camp National Offensive Player of the Week because of his performance. Mac Jones threw for 417 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both teams combined for 1,370 total yards, which is the most ever in an SEC game. Dylan Moses had a career-high 13 tackles in the game, but the Alabama defense gave up 647 yards, which was unacceptable to Coach Saban.
We struggled. We didn't do anything well. Didn't stop the run. Gave up some big plays in the back end. Got picked. So couldn't get the quarterback on the ground when we needed to, even when we got some pressure. We had some mistakes in coverage. We got picked in coverage. We just didn't play very well, and I'm responsible for that.
Well, Nick Saban's 24-hour rule has expired, and the #2 ranked Crimson Tide turned their attention now to #3 ranked Georgia. All eyes will be on Tuscaloosa next Saturday, but not just for the game. ESPN's College Game Day announced their road show will be in town next weekend. This is the Crimson Tide's 48th appearance on the program and 39th during the Saban era. We'll have more on that later this week. Alabama soccer hosted #3 ranked Arkansas this afternoon, and Arkansas would strike first as the ball was sent in by Naili Perez and was headed in by #12 Kayla McKeon. Arkansas goes up 1-0, but Alabama would respond. The Crimson Tide's #25 Allie Burke passes to Macy Clem, who has her initial shot blocked but gets it back and flips it right over the Razorback goalie. Game tied at 1. It would go into overtime, and only 20 seconds into the extra period, Arkansas's Ava Tankersley snuck it right past the Alabama keeper. Arkansas wins it in overtime 2-1. Former Alabama women's tennis player Alexa Garaci and her partner finished runner-up in the women's doubles at the French Open today. The duo's tremendous run ended on the final day of action, and they put up a great match before falling in 2 sets, 6-4, then 7-5. Speaking of Alabama athletes at the next level, former Alabama men's golfer Trey Mullinax won on the Korn Ferry Tour today at the Orange County National Championship. Mullinax suffered a concussion back in May 2019 and is now back in the winner's circle. In the NBA, LeBron James and the LA Lakers won the NBA Finals tonight over the Miami Heat. This is the Lakers' 17th championship in franchise history and ring #4 for LeBron. The Lakers won this series 4-2 over the Heat to wrap up what has been a crazy season dating all the way back to last October. Of course, the Lakers had the late Kobe Bryant on their minds ever since January, and what better way to represent him than taking home the Larry O'Brien Championship trophy. How about some NFL action? Chiefs hosting the Raiders today in Kansas City. Henry Ruggs III was active after missing the last 2 games with a hamstring injury, and he made up for lost time. A 72-yard touchdown from Derek Carr there. That's his first touchdown reception in the NFL, so a big play there for him. In the third quarter, it was Bama guys today for L.A. Josh Jacobs takes it in 7 yards and puts the Raiders up 30-24. Jacobs ran for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Raiders shocked the Chiefs 40-32 in Kansas City. As always, there were plenty of plays to choose from for your Bama in the NFL play of the day, but today it goes to Ronnie Harrison. He picked off Phillip Rivers just inside the 50-yard line, took it to the house. Heads-up play by Harrison. Browns win it 32-23. That's it for sports tonight. I'm William Galloway. We'll be right back after this.